So these are the magic of how many hours you worry, or how many hours you feel down. So let's go. Okay, maybe I will make it more simple here. In relation to the 3 refuge, right? How many hours you feel like? Okay, that makes sense. So all those times when you're feeling like this, being stuck with your conceptual karmic pain body, you can find the first refuge. Every time when you feel that you're remembering it, it's happening during my coffee time. So I'm not taking time away from anybody. It's happening during I'm checking my email. Right? Or how many hours that you feel like I'm not worth, I'm not good enough. I wanted to call to that person, but I'm not good enough to call to that person. I wanted to do that, but I'm not good enough, strong enough to do that. Either you very out loud, those voices active in your head, or just deep inside, that's how you believe, your point of view of yourself. How many hours? Many hours. Maybe, if you look, you say, okay, yes, that's true. There are 5 people that I want to talk to. That person, I think I'm not good at talking to all this person. Maybe, what about this one? Maybe, possible. At least you start with play with one, right? Well, okay, maybe I'll try. You just start somewhere, right? So somehow, all those deep inside, the time that you feel, it's just you're reflecting that moment, bringing the practice into action, alive in a situation. Either you're trying to dissolve that by being conscious. If you're conscious enough, it dissolves. But if you're not conscious enough, use the breath. If you're breathing with not enough consciousness, enough awareness, move the body. One of them is going to affect you, at least beginning to affect you. So you do something, either with the body or breath or mind. But they all play different roles in transformation. How many times you sit in pain, instead of feeling bliss or joy or something like that, worrying, sitting in the pain. So if you notice all those moments, and I always give this example, a very practical example. I talk about airport. 3 hours international flight, 2 hours, whatever you have to go, 2 hours, 3 hours, you have to go before there. What do? You go 2 hours to the airport to stress out, right? Why are you stressed out? Because you have to wait in the traffic, you have to wait in a ticket counter, you have to wait in the security, you have to wait at the gate, and you have to wait in the plane. How many waitings? At least there was 5 waitings here. How many people are having great time during those waiting? Not very many people. I have not noticed that many people having great time. Every now and then you see some people having really fun. And sometimes it's amazing is that when you think they should be stressed out, they really find some solution. Like when I was stuck 2 days at the airport and I saw a lot of people having a great time, I said, that's a strange way of having a great time. Somehow they give up everything and then they just open up themselves. They open up. So all those times, there's nothing I can do about them. I can only change my relation to those times. I cannot I cannot convince anybody saying, can you make it 1 hour instead of 2 hours? Because I really don't like that. I cannot do that, right? I cannot shorten the requirement of time, how much before you have to come to the airport. But I can change my relation to those hours. That's why I love airport, you know. You can change your relation to that. So it's about that. So there are a lot of things in your life you cannot change, but you can change your relation to them. Like what? Like aging. You cannot change aging, but you can change your relation to the aging. You cannot change some situation of your sickness, but you can change your relation to sickness. You cannot change the death, but you can change your relation to it. So that's what we are trying to do. We're not trying to change the world. We are trying to change ourselves to change the relation to the world. And when we change, when our relation change, you can see world is changing right in front of your eye. You see world is changing. What we do in our life, we wait everybody to change. We say, first we agree with our family. That's what we do, right, in the family. Let's say, who need to change in the family? We all have our collective pain. We have problem with each other. We have love. We love each other, so on and so on. We know all need to change. But what the sequence? You, and I will be the last one. Right? That's what we do. If you look at yourself, probably you're expecting one member of the family to change. How many people have been doing just? If anybody recognize that? Yeah. How long you have been waiting for somebody to change? How long? Long time. Have you ever thought, maybe it's me who need to change? Have you ever tried? Have you ever thought, if I change, they might? Have you ever witnessed happening that? Well, you're welcome to the club. You will witness that. But by changing yourself, not waiting for somebody else to change. You will change. You will impact their life. You will see their healing. You will see them. You will see they are changing. You will see that they are growing. What you're seeing is you're seeing those changes in yourself. Therefore, you are allowing and helping and witnessing those changes in your loved ones. That is the path, that is the approach of the three door. But we don't just, ego is not just painfully, effortfully waiting to change somebody. That is a failure. So many times we fell, so many times we witnessed that fell, and by now, we should get it unless it's really dumb. Right? Make sense? Okay.